My Hero Academia Manga Chapter 369 Spoilers. The chapter begins with a flashback of All for One choking the second user. As he's bleeding, he says that his quirk was only capable of controlling small objects, and we see AFO crushing a bullet headed his way from behind without touching it. AFO says that he was an annoying insect with an quirk that was no more than a little hindrance, so he doesn't understand why Deka can use it in such a strong way, and why he can see the second and Yoichi's ghosts behind the boy. The quirk called Gearshift is stronger because of One for All, and can now control each cell individually. Used together with the raw strength of OFA, gives rise to a power that is able to distort the foundations of the world. Next, Deka hits Tomer AFO with a quintuple Detroit smash. The chapter 369 continues, as Deku is flying around the battlefield like a bullet, but Tomer AFO notices that his last blows were not as strong, probably because he has no more Fujin in stock. He prepares to intercept the next blow, but Deku shifts into first gear and slows down to avoid it. Danger sense activates and Deku sees that Tomer AFO is going to hit him, so he uses smokescreen, jumps high with float, and pulls Tomer AFO with black whip. He then prepares his next attack, charged with Fujin, that he stored with the quintuple Detroit smash. The second user says that what Tomer AFO should fear is not the quirks, but the will that dwells within them. Deku remembers Banjo's word that he would be the one to complete One for All, and yells that he will end it once and for all, so that AFO won't hurt anyone else. The punch was so strong that it opened a hole in Tomer AFO's chest. Yoichi says that he can see his brother inside, and that what the round-eyed young man said is true. Young man said is true. This long fight is affecting the fusion between All for One and Shigaraki. The second says that the real deal starts now, that he needs to remember Shimura's words, and that he cannot pass out yet. All for One begins an internal monologue saying that it's unfair, because he has not yet been able to use any quirk to show how strong his new body is. Erasure, the flying Ueta villains being divided, everything acted against him. This is when AFO screams and 9 lights very similar to the OFA ones appear next to him. Deku looks confused and Aizawa wonders if he still has some trick up his sleeve. AFO then finishes his internal monologue by agreeing with Yoichi, saying that if all the efforts accumulated through the year are going to define the results of this battle, then he still has a winning chance. Cut to Spinner, who's giant and drooling. This is where the chapter ends. Also, it looks like the hole in his chest is regenerating, even though he's not supposed to have any quirk ADM.